What's going on YouTube? It's your boy RS, back with another story time with RS. Today's story is another prison tale, and it sort of attaches onto a previous story, the one where I met my Polish friend, my first story. It was something that led up to me getting into that story, which I forgot to add. So we'll jump straight in. And anyway, before I get started, guys, if you could do me a big favour, if you like my stories, you like my giveaways, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You know, it all helps. So what's happened is I got out of jail in 2016 from a drugs charge, and I was out for about 5 months or something like that. So anyway, what happened was I'd gone on a bit of a bender, on a bit of a mad one, and shit was going down, shit was happening, and I was taking Valium at the time, and you know, if anyone's taken Valium, they'll know exactly what I want, but you can't remember shit, you don't know what's going on, you know, Valium and alcohol just doesn't mix. So what happened was, on the day in question, and it was a few days leading up to what I was doing. I was out there on benders doing some mad stuff, all stuff I regret. You know, I don't condone any of it. I don't think any of it's cool. But like I say, it's just my past. It's just stories I like to tell. So yeah, I've been on a bender, like I say, and I was being accused of a few things. There was the common assault. There was a attempted burglary, and which I didn't do, but yeah, they were trying to put a burglary on me. The case got dropped, but what happened was I'd lost the keys to my flat, and my flat was like a second story high, like say a house, second window. That was where my window was, and like when I was sober, say if I left my keys somewhere, I could go around the back, climb up on a wall, climb up a drain pipe, get onto the windowsill and climb through the window into my bedroom. And which, like I said, when I was sober, it wasn't a problem. I whipped through there like no problem. So what's happened on the day in question is I've lost my keys, but I am off it. So I've gone back to try and climb through this my window now. And as I've got my leg through there, like I had to go through, I've gone, boom, I've fallen out the window, and I can't properly remember it, yeah. I just know what happened because a friend of mine told me, well, a friend of mine lived underneath me. We was in this, it was like a 3-story house years and years ago, but it had been converted into 3 flats. And he was on the bottom floor, and his windows, he was at the back of the house, and his windows was like in the lane bit, in the back garden, like, leading to where I'd climb up. So I've fallen out the window, right? And I've landed, but I must have like sort of landed standing up a bit because I've hit my ankle, boom, broke my ankle, right? Broke my ankle in 2 places. And my mate told me when I caught up with him, he ended up going to prison himself. And he told me afterwards that all he heard was a fucking scream, like, "Rah!" So he's come up, he said by the time he's got outside, I'd got up now, and I'm hobbling like that, and he's like, yo, he looks like this, he's like, yo, you need to get to the hospital. And I've gone to him, fuck that, I'm a god. I'm just on one, on a bent, he's like, you're nuts, like that. So I've gone out, I've just gone on a mad one. And then I've gone on some mad bender and that, and the next day I started coming round. And I've gone to a house to get help, and I've known the next door neighbours at the time, and no one in the house I went to, no one was in, so I've gone next door. I seen the cows outside, and I could hear someone was in the bathroom in the shower, so I'm shouting, yo, trying to get help, right? Well, the neighbours next door to them have rung the police and said there's a disturbance in the back garden. They must have thought it was some sort of trouble or something, right? Well, the police have come straight away. Boom, come in force, and they've come on the back and grabbed me. and they've locked me up. But even when they got there, like this was all brought in court, and this is why I never got charged with no burglary. There was no signs of breaking and entering or nothing like that. I wasn't trying to get in. I think I was literally just there trying to get help with my ankle because I could barely walk. So anyway, I get put in a police van, taken to the police station, and while I was in the police station, they sent a doctor around and they've looked at my ankle, and I couldn't walk on it or anything. They had to hold me up and stuff, even though I've been walking on it all night. But you know, when you're off your head on that sort of them sort of drugs, Valium and stuff, anything goes. And I probably made it worse, you know, walking around on it. And so they've looked at it and they've gone, yeah, you need to go to hospital. So they took me to hospital first, and they put a non-weight bearing cast on. So I needed crutches, and I couldn't put weight. It wasn't like one of them hard ones you get in different colours and people write on them, and it was like a soft cast. So it was a Friday night, and in 2017, Friday night 2017. So the police, they kept me in literally all weekend, and I was going to go to court on the Monday, and because I'd got out in 2016, I still had like 2 years left to serve on my sentence, and I'd only been out like 5 months, 6 months, so I had a bit of time left, and that's why in my other story, when I said I got the thick bit of paper, the recall package, this is when I got recalled. But anyway, so I'm in the police cells now with this cast on, and in the end, it got to the Sunday night. Now I hadn't had a shower. Now I just been in a cell sweating, horrible. Anyway, if anyone knows, they've done a few days in the police cells, who's listening, like they'll know exactly what I'm going through. It's disgusting in there. And so I've said to him, yo, any chance I can jump in the shower? And so they've gone and let me have a shower anyway. So I've gone for this shower. I've done my best to keep my cast, this soft cast. I've done it best to keep it dry. I'm sure now the police give me a bag to put over it anyway. But I goes back to the cell to go dried off, and I goes back to the cell, and it got soaking wet. So I'm trying to sleep that night. I had a wet cast on, and it was like cold on my ankle. So it was making it worse. It was making my ankle throb like pure pain, proper throbbing on both sides. And they said I had like on the right. It was on my left ankle, and on like the left hand part down on the side where my small toe is, I had a break just underneath the ankle bone, and one on the inside just underneath the ankle bone there too. And they was amazed how I'd been walking around when I went to the hospital. They couldn't believe that I'd been walking around on it for days. And so I've ended up ripping this cast off, and they come and seen it and they spoke to the nurse, and they said, well, they're not taking me back now. They're gonna have to just take me to court the next day and things. So I went to court the next day without a cast on, and so what's happened is they took me to court, and I ended up getting remanded. But they must have had talks, and they said, right, before we take you into prison, sorry, they took me to prison. I went into prison, and as anyone knows who's been to prison, when you first go into prison, you see a nurse. So I've gone and seen the nurse, and they could obviously see I couldn't walk properly. I needed assistance walking. So I've gone to see this nurse, and I told her I had a cast on it, and I told me I broke it in 2 places. So they held me downstairs. They didn't even take me to a cell, but they held me downstairs, and they got a hospital escort for me. They rang a taxi, and I went with 2 female officers, prison staff. So they took me to a hospital that was a bit further away than the one I went to when I was in the police cells. So we went to this hospital now, and they give me crutches as well. Yeah, I had crutches from the police station. Sorry, from when I first went to the hospital. So I had these crutches, and so we goes into the in this taxi now. I got one female officer sat this side of me, one sat the other side of me, and I'm handcuffed to them, and this taxi driver. So he takes us to this hospital, and we get out now, and I noticed I wasn't even handcuffed, right? And this is honest to God, I wasn't handcuffed. So I'm on these crutches now, and we're going into this hospital, and there was the sliding doors like that. So I've gone through one set of sliding doors, and there's another set of sliding doors, and then when I've gone in, this was like the accident and emergency part, right? And it was like to your left, there was like all seating areas, I guess. Well, there's a row of seats going straight up. So I've sat down on the end of them. And these two female officers have sat on the ones, so all my seats are going up, and their seats is coming across the back wall where the door was, and you go in, across this wall. So these two female officers are sat there, and I'm sat there now, and to be honest with you, I'm still a bit off my nut. Off these Valiums, I took so much, I was absolutely ruined, right? And so I'm there now, and I'm just looking around thinking, what the fuck, wow. And in my head I'm thinking, no, gutted. I'm going to jail, I got nothing, you know. By now, the smoking ban had come in, I didn't have no tobacco. You know what people do when you go to jail, they plug stuff up, put it up your backside. But yeah, so I was thinking to myself, I've got nothing to go, it's going to be hard jail. So, anyway, I'm waiting now to see some doctor about my ankle, get put in a cast. And I'm looking now, right, and these two female officers, they're literally on their phones, just showing each other pictures. And I'm looking at them now, and I'm thinking to myself, are these real, like? They're just not even watching me. They're just on their phone thinking I'm not gonna do nothing. They must have had high hopes for me, like. But listen, it wasn't gonna go that way. When I clocked this, yeah, in my little Valiumed up head, I'm thinking to myself, listen, I need to dash. So I've looked at them now like this, and I thought to myself, right, I thought, next time them double doors, someone walks in them double doors and they're both open, I'm gone. And so I'm there now waiting for my opportunity, right? Just waiting there like a fucking predator ready to go. And my chance has come, haven't it? Someone's walked in for these double doors. I've just got up like that. You know, like that Oscar Pistorius guy? I was like a fucking Paralympian with a broken ankle, right? I've started running now. My ankle is killing, right? But the adrenaline must have come through. So I've started running now. They got up, right? I've just chucked my crutches at them. What have done? Just going like that, dum, below it now. And when I'd been out of this hospital, it was like a main road outside the hospital, like not a main road, a road that led to a car park. So I've run across that. It was a grass bank. Like I'd run over this grass bank, and then it was a main road. So I've run across that main road. I'll tell you where the hospital is anyways. It's Bridgend Princess Trust. So if anyone knows that hospital, you know I'm not chatting shit, right? So it was a little grass bump with trees, I think of trees. So I've run over there like I now, run across a road, and I run down this road like this. And then there's like a row of houses going down, and I run down the side of. I'm running down the side like a little lane thing like that, and I jumped over the fence, and it was like a square of houses, and all the gardens backed onto each other. But in the middle, I don't know if it was like allotments before or something like that, right? But I've jumped in there and there was like trees in there and stuff like that. And my ankle now, right, after I jumped the wall and that, it kicked in. It was absolutely throbbing. I knew I had nothing left in me, nothing left in the tank. So I weighed up my options, I've looked round, and in the trees, underneath the trees, right, I thought the chopper's going to be out too. There was a door, like an old wooden door, right? So I pulled at the door and I got into it. And at the time, I had this all black and manly tracksuit on, yeah? And so I've got underneath this door like that, right? I can hear police around, I can hear all sorts, right? So I'm hiding underneath this door. And my plan was to wait underneath this door, because see, listen, when I was running, right, as I was running up that street, there was a group of like I don't know, like teenagers or boys, and they was all in tracksuits and stuff like this, right? So I thought they ran this area and that, and they was all going, go on mate, run, like this. So my plan was, right, to hide underneath this door, and then when it was dark, under the cover of darkness, I was going to come out, up over the wall when things are quieting down, find a group of boys or find someone, ask to use a phone, get picked up, get myself back to my ends, get a package together, and then hand myself in. So at least I was going to jail with something. But things didn't go my way. So what's happened is, I'm underneath this door now, and I'm hiding, and it felt like an eternity, right? But I don't know how long I was underneath there, but I could hear the police, right? But it was like they moved away from me a bit. Police helicopters out by now. They're proper searching for me, yeah. So the helicopters, like, I can hear it, and it's like gone a bit further away, like from above me. So I thought, right, let's just pop out and just survey my surroundings, see what's going on. Like, so let's get a little taste of this area now. If I'm gonna get away, I need to know what I'm doing. So I've crawled out of this, underneath this door now, and come up these bushes, and I slap hooded up like this. So I looks around like that, right, and I looked and see on this first row of houses, they were houses that I run past originally, right. There was an attic window, and some young kid, he must have been about 16, 17, right. He was hanging out his window. And I thought to myself, right, he's a youngster, he'll understand, right? I thought in my nuts head, right, let's ask my man, yo, like, where are they, innit? So I've gone to him, yo, I've waved him like this, yo. He's looked over. I've gone, yo, where are they, like this, yeah? He's gone like this to me, he's gone, wait. He's gone, yo, he's over here. He's blew me up to the feds. Would you believe it, right? Pure blew me up. All like they've just come swarming. One from they jumped over the wall that I jumped over originally. They've come from this other end. They come from everywhere, right? I just went enough's enough. I thought they got me, right? And see, when they come and got me, they was not happy because I escaped like that, right? Because I'd done them like that. And I get to it there. I was going to get to that point now, but they come and got me anyway, yeah. And but see now, my adrenaline sort of weared off and I calmed down, and my ankle was absolutely ruined. I could not work, right. I'm limping like this. Well, they come and grab me up, they grip me up, and I'm like, okay, my ankle. Oh, they're giving it all. It wasn't bad when you was running. I was like, I know, but adrenaline, blah, blah, blah. And there was like fences, and it was an easier way to get out, not over the wall I jumped, right? They come quicker this way. But see the fence, right? There was, by this garden, to get into the garden, it was like the green wire fences, and like every so often there's a concrete pillar, and it's got like stone chippings, or little stones in it, or jagged little stones. Ones like that. So they wanted to get me over there, and literally, you wouldn't believe what they done to me, right? They picked me up to get me over there, and I swear to God, there was ones on the other side, so they picked me up like that. I went to pass me, scraped all my back, right, on this thing. I've just gone, like that. When they passed me over, shut up, they're going like this, right? And I'll get to it what happened to my back anyway, right? But they've come like that now, and they've gone to put in the police car. But these prison screws are still around, yeah? And like I said, I thought it was an eternity, yeah? But I was at large, if that's what they call it, for like 20 minutes, yeah? So all they've done is the prison screws have had me back, and they took me back to the hospital. And do you know what? I was like everyone was just looking at me as if I was some wild animal, some crazy guy. They must have all heard about it. The nurses were like, oh, so you're the runner, are you? They couldn't believe it. And I was like a celebrity there, not for the wrong reasons, obviously. Well, anyway, do you know when they done me dirty? Listen to this. They done me dirty. So I've gone into this hospital. I got into the hospital now, and see what I was waiting before. Yeah, they had me none of this waiting round. I went straight in. Right, they took me into some room, and they goes, "Oh, what colour do you want your cast?" And I goes, "Oh, I don't care. Just give me a white one, like just a standard one, innit, right?" And so they come back now, and they've gone, "Oh." I looked in their hands. That seems like some mad pink stuff, yeah? I've gone, what the fuck's that? They've gone, it's pink camouflage. I said, I'm not putting that on me. I've got to go to jail now. I'm not having some pink camouflage cast. They go, it's the only colour we got left. You see what? See them screws, right? I reckon one of the screws, because one of them stayed in the room with me, and this time they chained me to him, handcuffed me to him this time, but they wasn't messing around. They weren't taking no more chances with me. They knew I had a bit about me, right? So, they've I reckon the other one was outside and said, give him pink camouflage. So I've had to go back to jail now with pink camouflage, yeah, and some mad scraped up back. And get this, they put me there. As soon as I got into the jail, right, they stuck my clothes, they put me as an E-man. If anyone's been in jail, they knows what an E-man is and they knows what they wear. But for the people that don't, right, you might have seen it like Charles Bronson's in them and stuff like that. It's like you either have yellow and green or yellow and blue. Well, first of all, I had like yellow patched, like half yellow, half blue bottoms, and then half yellow, half blue top. It's called a banana suit, they call it, right? And they put me down as an E-man. So I was on this wing, and this is one of the first wings I went on before I met the Polish kid and that. I was on one of these wings in some single cell, right, with some pink cast on in some mad suit and that. And they used to terrorise me. See, like, I was only allowed out for 1 hour a day exercise. I wasn't allowed soaks or nothing like that. So what I used to do is, as soon as we go out for exercise, as soon as I walk on the landing, E-man on the wing, all the screws shouting, so everyone be looking at me. Like, everyone, what have you done? What have you done? All madness, like I feel like some crazy criminal and that. And do you know what? It all did backfire on me in the end, because it took me ages to get out of that E-man suit. But I was having all shouting, I couldn't get a job. I was in my cell all the time. And listen to this, how wicked this is. Every night around 7 or 8 o'clock it was, right? They come to your cell, they take all of your clothing, the E-man stuff, they leave you in your boxer shorts, they take your cutlery off you, they take your kettle off you, they leave you in just a cell. All I had was my cell and a TV. Luckily enough, I had a TV. I'd have gone insane otherwise. But see, in the nights, it was winter time, right? And it was cold in them nights. I'd be freezing with a broken ankle. It was absolutely horrid. And I ended up, right, see where they dragged me over that wall? I'd be sleeping, I'd wake up in the morning like that, and I'd just lean up, and my sheet, this bed sheet, would come up with me, it'd be stuck to my back. There's all like pussy, bloody stuff on the bed, where they'd rip my back up real bad. But yeah, that was a mad one that was, but at least I can say in my time, I nearly got away. I've been an E-man, I nearly escaped. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, guys, that's another one of my little stories. A little crazy one, a little mad Valiant story. So I'm going to leave it there. If you liked it, drop a like for me. Subscribe. Giveaway coming real soon. It's your boy RS. Peace.